All of Clan Nosferatu knows their great architect Zelios as a master planner, mason, and scholar of geomantic power. Though he disappeared beneath New York in the 1990s, he left behind libraries of books, plans, and treatises on the power of location and sacred geometry. Zelios' descendants continue his work, instructing other vampires on the building of havens, dungeons, prisons, and labyrinths. They can supposedly sense ley lines, and for a price advise princes where to locate havens at these epicenters to ensure both armor and power from the earth and stars. Greetings, Kindred. I am voivodemekhet, and welcome back to our World of Darkness and another episode of us going through lore sheets. We are going through the lore sheets of the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition core book, and today we're looking at the Descendant of Zelios, which is a Nosferatu-only specific lore sheet. I love Zelios as a character. I think he's just such an amazing character steeped in so much mystery, and the things that he can do when it comes to the building up and the taking down of physical structures is just, I don't know, it leads to such interesting stories. So why don't we take a look into this lore sheet and see exactly what Zelios provides for his descendants. Investing 1 dot into this lore sheet gets you Sancuary. Your haven is a wonder of modern design, possessing security in the form of secret passages, electronic security, and even a self-destruct button, all while looking stylish and comfortable. Split 2 dots between either or both of the haven merits, postern, and security system. But someone, somewhere likely, has all the details of the setup. Sancuary has an ominous tone to it, because not only do you get these wonderful boosts in security, it says somewhere someone likely has the details of this. This could very well be a shadowy enemy of some kind, or perhaps somebody else who possibly you inherited the haven from. Lots of details you could work with there. Investing 2 dots into this lore sheet gets you Saboteur. You instinctively know where a building's weaknesses are, and you don't even require explosives to destroy it. With maul, crowbar, cable, and cold chisel, and as many knights on site as the difficulty the storyteller sets for the building. An example, 4 for a family home, 6 for a bank, 8 for a prison, 9 for a skyscraper. You can collapse an edifice like a house of cards. So you basically, depending on what the difficulty is of the structural stability of the building, have the ability to take down a structure. Given the fact that you will spend that many nights as the difficulty of the stability of the structure working on it. I personally, as a storyteller, would count these as downtime actions. Possibly you have chosen to spend this many downtime actions over time, but it's access to those locations. It's very interesting what you could possibly do with that kind of thing. An Anarch with this ability would be terrifying in a situation where they knew where Elysium was. Investing 3 dots into this lore sheet gets you On Commission. Other vampires know you descend from Zelios and ask for advice on how best to build their own havens. This business ensures you often have a boon or two to collect, roughly 1 minor boon per story, and that you know where a number of powerful vampires sleep, which, in the end, probably does more harm than good. I like the idea that you could just basically pull out a minor boon once per storyline, because you helped solidify someone's haven situation. But I also like the idea that now there's a bunch of paranoid old vampires who know that you know where they live, and you're probably on their hit list. Investing 4 dots into this lore sheet gets you the Labyrinth. You used Zelios' work to construct a labyrinth beneath your domain, made it part with sewers, disused drains, cellars, basements, and maintenance tunnels. You added your own chambers, dead ends, and connections to form a true underground maze. Only those you tell know of your labyrinth. You cannot treat the labyrinth as a haven, as it terrifies you. But if you reach it when chased, no one can pursue you. 4 dots for fair escape, basically. And I have to say that 4 dots for fair escape is a good deal due to the fact that you might very well piss people off, especially if you're looking at the repercussions of earlier dots in this lore sheet. Being able to call fair escape used to be something the Nosferatu were just assumed to be able to do, but 5th edition has really made it so that things are more compact, things are not as set in stone, and things that would typically be just available are things that you do have to work for. I kind of appreciate that as a storyteller and as a player, not going to lie. But being able to call fair escape is definitely well worth the 4 dots in my opinion. Investing 5 dots into this lore sheet gets you Sense the Ley Lines. You occasionally glimpse throbbing red tendrils snaking through the earth. Ley lines. Vampires who make their havens where these vessels converge find their hunger grows more slowly when making a rouse check for awakening. Roll 2 dice and pick the highest if they sleep there by day. Ley lines have other magical effects, secrets you can research along lines the storyteller indicates, and your fellow sewer rats harshly punish disclosing anything about such secrets. So Sense the Ley Lines offers you a solid benefit in the fact that you pretty much roll 2 rouse checks when waking up, and you get to take the better outcome. So there's less chance that your character is going to need to be hungry when they awaken from day sleep. But it does also leave it open-ended so that the storyteller can come up with other things that this 5-dot mechanic might offer. A good example of that is in LA by Night, when they run across the ley lines in the sewers and they start messing with them and it causes earthquakes underneath specific buildings. This is a very open-ended thing that is going to call for imagination. So make sure that you and your storyteller work together on what this can do for you. Zelios and his descendants. They're just an interesting brood of Nosferatu, in my opinion. I like the idea of the underground architects and what they can possibly accomplish with their abilities. Seeing what they can do, I don't know. I just keep going back to, God, I need some novels. I need some more Vampire the Masquerade storylines that let me read how these things work. Anyway, I am voivodemekhet. This is Our World of Darkness, and thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Loresheet review. Good evening.